Forest Hotel. On the edge of a great forest was a sign that said Forest Hotel in big black letters. Next to the sign was a wooden hut with Hotel Office written over the door. The door opened, and in clumped one huge hippopotamus. "I'd like a place for one, please," said the hippopotamus to the rabbit behind the desk. "Somewhere a fella can really roll around." "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the hippopotamus into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a muddy river. "Perfect," said the hippopotamus, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. The door opened, and in lumbered two brown bears. "We'd like a place for two, please," said the bears, "and we plan to stay all winter." "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the bears into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a dark cave. "Just fine," said the bears, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. Soon the door opened, and in bounced 3 woolly lambs. "We'd like a place for 3, please," said the lambs as they shook their woolly curls. "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the lambs into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a rolling meadow. "Wonderful," said the lambs, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. After a while the door opened, and in jumped 4 spotted frogs. "We'd like a place for 4, please," said the frogs as they jumped around the room. "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the frogs into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a peaceful pond with 4 lily pads floating on it. "Thank you very much," said the frogs, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. Suddenly the door opened, and in bounded 5 bearded mountain goats. "We'd like a place for 5, please," said the goats as they butted one another with their horns. "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the goats into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a very high cliff. "Great!" said the goats, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. Again the door opened, and in waddled 6 penguins, looking all dressed up. "We'd like a place for 6, please," said the penguins as they toddled back and forth across the office. "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the penguins into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a large chunk of ice on the north side of the woods. "Much obliged," said the penguins, and the rabbit paddled back to his office. And he didn't hippity-hop. After a few moments the door opened, and in flew 7 chirping birds. "We'd like a place for 7, please," said the birds as they ruffled their feathers. "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the birds into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a leafy elm tree. "Beautiful," said the birds, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. Whoosh! The door swung open, and in slid 8 furry otters. "We'd like a place for 8, please," said the otters as they tumbled merrily about on the floor. "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led the otters into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a slippery hill. "Superb!" said the otters, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. When the door opened next, in buzzed 9 busy bees. "We'd like a place for 9, please," said the bees as they zoomed here and there. "I know just the place," said the rabbit, and he led them into the Forest Hotel. Around they went, up and down, until they came to a beehive in a tree. "Pretty as can be," said the bees, and the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. "Thank goodness," sighed the rabbit, "now all the places are taken." And he went to put up the "No Vacancy" sign. For the last time the rabbit hippity-hopped back to his office. As he was turning out the lights, the door opened once again. "Don't you have room for us?" asked 10 little rabbits as they hopped into the office to be with their daddy. And what do you think the rabbit said? "Yes, indeed, I know just the place." Then he opened a special door in the floor, and they all went home for dinner. Yes, 10 kids.